Have you ever met someone and just thought, wow, they're incredibly smart? It's not always about having a PhD or acing every test. Sometimes the signs of high intelligence are much more subtle and woven into everyday behavior. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating traits that often signal a high IQ, and some of them might really surprise you. So stick around because you might just recognize some of these qualities in yourself or someone you know. Let's start with one of the most common signs, an insatiable curiosity. Highly intelligent people are like information sponges. They're not just curious about one specific topic. They're curious about everything. They ask why a lot. They want to understand how things work, from the universe's biggest mysteries to the tiny details of a machine. This isn't about being nosy. It's a genuine desire to learn and connect the dots. They're the ones reading random articles, watching documentaries on subjects they know nothing about, and always looking for the next rabbit hole to jump down. This constant questioning and learning builds a vast mental library of information, allowing them to see patterns and make connections that others might miss. Next up is a surprising one. They're often aware of how much they don't know. This is known as intellectual humility. You might think smart people would be arrogant, but true intelligence often comes with the understanding that the world of knowledge is vast and infinite. They're comfortable saying, I don't know, but I'll find out. This is the opposite of the Dunning-Kruger effect, where people with low ability overestimate their competence. Intelligent individuals are secure enough in their knowledge to admit their limits. This openness makes them better learners because they're not afraid to be wrong or to ask for help. They see every gap in their knowledge as an opportunity to grow, not as a weakness. Another key trait is exceptional adaptability. The world is constantly changing, and intelligent people are masters at navigating these shifts. They don't get stuck in old ways of thinking just because that's how it has always been done. When faced with a new challenge or an unexpected problem, they can pivot. They assess the new situation, figure out what needs to change, and adjust their strategy accordingly. This flexibility isn't just about big life changes. It's about everyday problem solving. They can think on their feet and find creative solutions when plan A fails. Instead of resisting change, they embrace it as a natural part of life and an opportunity to learn. Now, let's talk about humor. Have you ever noticed that the wittiest person in the room is often one of the smartest? There's a strong link between a quick wit and high cognitive ability. Crafting a clever joke, understanding irony, or making a sharp observational comment requires complex mental processing. You have to understand the context, see an unexpected connection, and deliver it in a way that's surprising and funny. This ability to play with ideas and language is a hallmark of a flexible and agile mind. A great sense of humor, especially one that's a bit abstract or dark, often signals high verbal and abstract reasoning skills. Another powerful indicator is empathy. This might seem more related to emotional intelligence than IQ, but the two are deeply connected. To truly empathize with someone, you need to be able to step outside your own perspective and imagine the world from their point of view. This requires a high level of abstract thought and cognitive flexibility. Intelligent people can often understand and feel what others are experiencing, not just on a surface level, but by grasping the nuances of their situation and emotions. This makes them great listeners and insightful friends, as they can offer perspectives that are both compassionate and logical. Next, consider their observational skills. People with high IQs are often like detectives, constantly scanning their environment and picking up on details that others overlook. They notice subtle changes in a person's body language, a tiny detail in a piece of art, or a pattern in a sequence of events. This isn't just about having good eyesight. It's about a brain that's wired to process information from all senses and find significance in it. They're not just looking, they're seeing. This ability to notice the little things allows them to make more accurate judgments and predictions about people and situations. Self-control is another major sign. The famous marshmallow test showed that kids who could delay gratification for a bigger reward later on tended to have better life outcomes. This ability to resist impulse and think long-term is a key function of the prefrontal cortex, a brain region linked to intelligence. People with high self-control can manage their emotions, stay focused on their goals despite distractions, and make decisions based on logic rather than immediate desire. They understand that short-term sacrifices often lead to greater long-term gains, whether it's studying for an exam instead of going out, or saving money instead of making an impulse purchase. Let's also talk about a love for solitude. While it's not true for everyone, many highly intelligent individuals are introverted and genuinely enjoy spending time alone. This isn't because they're antisocial. It's because their minds are so active that solitude provides the perfect environment for deep thought, reflection, and creative work. Being alone gives them the space to process their thoughts, explore complex ideas without interruption, and recharge their mental batteries. They find their own inner world so rich and engaging that they don't always need external stimulation to feel content. And what about creativity? Intelligence and creativity are two sides of the same coin. A high IQ isn't just about analytical thinking. It's also about the ability to generate new and original ideas. This is divergent thinking, the capacity to see multiple possible solutions to a problem. Intelligent people are often highly creative, whether it's in the arts, sciences, or even in their approach to everyday problems. They love thinking outside the box, connecting seemingly unrelated concepts, and challenging the status quo. They see possibilities where others see dead ends. Finally, one of the most telling signs is a tendency to be a night owl. Several studies have found a correlation between staying up late and higher IQ scores. The theory is that in our evolutionary past, staying awake at night was a novel activity, and intelligent individuals are more likely to be drawn to and adopt new evolutionarily novel behaviors. Of course, this isn't a hard and fast rule, but it's an interesting pattern. These night owls often report feeling most creative and productive during the late hours, when the world is quiet and distractions are few. So there you have it, a deep dive into the signs of high intelligence. It's not just about book smarts or test scores. It's a combination of curiosity, humility, adaptability, wit, empathy, and so much more. It's about how a person engages with the world, with others, and with their own mind. How many of these traits did you recognize? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and any other signs you've noticed. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the mind, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos just like this. See you in the next one.